Hi, I'm Alex with Storyline Travel, and today we're going to tackle one question I get all the time. Why do I need a travel agent when I go to Disney? Stay tuned, we'll talk more about that. So, why do you need a travel agent when you go to Disney? You see their commercials on TV all the time, and they have a great website with lots of information. So why do I really need a travel agent? Well, first, Disney World is huge. In fact, the property on which Disney World sits is twice the size of Burbank, California, which is the headquarters of the Walt Disney Company. Did you know that the full area of Walt Disney World is larger than Miami? It's enormous, and without a bit of planning, you could spend your week overwhelmed, wondering where to go next or standing in line waiting for hours instead of enjoying the rides, attractions, sights, sounds, and smell of Walt Disney World. To give you some perspective, Walt Disney World Resort has 4 theme parks. They have 2 water parks, over 30 resorts and hotels on property. Why, Magic Kingdom alone has over 30 places you can stop and grab a bite to eat, from snacks like a Dole Whip all the way up to fine dining and Be Our Guest restaurant or dining in the castle at Cinderella's Royal Table. So as you can see, there's quite a bit to do and lots of planning that goes involved. Working with a travel agent, we sit down and we plan with you. We find out, what are you interested in? Have you ever been to Disney World? If not, then we take into account, what do you get excited about? Have you seen things on TV, different rides or attractions? Maybe a show, something that you would like to experience firsthand. These are different things that we can help you with. We look at your family's preferences. Your kids are a bit younger. Maybe they like to spend time in Fantasyland. If they're teens or about to be teens, Tomorrowland is great. And you can't forget all of the Walt Disney World mountains, whether it's Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, going over to Animal Kingdom or riding Expedition Everest. One of my daughters, that's her favorite ride. She can't wait to get on that ride once we get to Walt Disney World. And so, as you can see, there's lots to do. You've got a lot of ground to cover. I know for our family, there's been times when it's taken us over an hour to get from Magic Kingdom, for example, to a resort where we might have a dining reservation in the evening. You have to plan for those, and you have to be prepared how long it takes to get around such a large resort complex. In addition to it being so big, Walt Disney World also hosts a lot of sporting events or other activities. And knowing what's going on this massive complex is good to know. Are you going to run into roadblocks? Are you going to have to take even longer time than normal to get around if there's some special event going on? In addition to the overwhelming size of Walt Disney World, the second reason that you need a Disney travel agent is changes. One of Walt Disney's most famous quotes is, "Disneyland will never be finished." Well, the Disney company has applied that to just about everything Disney, including Walt Disney World. Since our family has been going to Disney, we have seen significant changes. For example, in rides and how we get on attractions. When we first started going, there was this new concept called a Fast Pass. And you had to plan your day around when I got to the park, what was my favorite attraction that I really wanted to do, and make your way to that attraction. They had a kiosk. You put your park ticket in, and you got a little piece of paper with the return time. And there were whole strategies built around the Fast Pass system and how we were going to do that. After many years, there was a change, and then it was Fast Pass Plus. And Fast Pass Plus was you got to plan 3 attractions before you ever got to the parks of what were the 3 attractions you really wanted to be sure were included in a park each day. And as I record this in 2021, Fast Pass Plus has been retired. And now we're going to get a new option Genie Plus. What will that look like? We'll get more details soon. In the last few years, with technology changes and improvements, we've seen changes from the standby line. Now, Disney's introducing this concept of virtual queues, in which you can get on your smart device and request to be put in a line. So now I'm not just standing in line for hours, I'm in a virtual line, if you will, and I can go grab a snack, I can go do shopping. I'm sure Disney would like us to do a bit of shopping while we have this free time on our hands. And then when my time in line is ready, I return to the attraction, I get on, and I do my ride. So you can see, just with attractions, lots of changes. Restaurants change all the time. I can remember when my kids were young, we used to go to Cosmic Rays to get ribs. That was one of our favorite things. And now if you go to Cosmic Rays, you can get a fantastic burger, but you won't find ribs on the menu. So sometimes it's minor changes. The fact is, it's always changing. Since our time at visiting Walt Disney World, we've seen lots of new resorts come up. I remember when Art of Animation opened. Not only was it a new resort, but it offered suites, something that was really unique at that price point within the Disney property. And so you can see that from time to time, some of the changes, and maybe we don't like, maybe it makes us uncomfortable because we're so used to the way it used to be, but sometimes they're really great. And we get to take advantage of some of the new technologies, some of the ways our families have changed and how we like to travel. We get to capture those changes with some of the new resorts. And most recently, even transportation has changed at Walt Disney World with the introduction of the Skyliner. Now going to Epcot or going to Disney Hollywood Studios, you can find a whole new way to go if you're in the Epcot resort area by taking the Skyliner. And come to think about it, even names change. When we first visited what is now Disney Hollywood Studios, it was Disney MGM. That name changed over the last few years as well. So changes happen all the time. And in 2021, we have seen policy changes. We have seen changes to fireworks. We've seen changes to annual passes. The list is enormous. And a travel agent can really help you navigate all those changes. They can answer questions if you've heard about something that someone has done and address that for you. Finally, the third reason that you need a Disney travel agent is no matter how you book your destination, you're going to get a travel agent. Most people don't realize that. If you go to the Disney website and you just fill in your information and you click book, you've actually booked with a Disney travel agent, someone who probably handles hundreds and hundreds of reservations on a day. Their job is just to funnel it as fast as they can. Not really a lot of personalized service. And if you have questions, a lot of times you get pushed to the website or the Disney Parks blog or some of the other online content instead of getting to sit down and talk to a person. You need an advocate. There are just times when things go wrong. I can tell you that in March of 2020, that first week of March, we spent a family vacation at Walt Disney World. We had recently purchased annual passes. We were introducing our new son-in-law to Disney World, his first visit, and we started hearing rumors of this potential pandemic and that Disney might need to shut its doors for a couple of days to a few weeks. The reality was they shut the parks down for months, and it was very difficult to get refunds, to get delays, to get rebookings, especially on your terms. Disney did a wonderful job, but the phone lines were overwhelmed. There was hours spent on the phone. When you work with a travel agent, when you work with someone like Storyline Travel, we're your advocate. If those things come up, we're with you. walking side by side to go through that. A lot of times we're the ones sitting on the phone for hours instead of you doing it. We want your vacation to be a memorable experience. We want it to be magical. We're going to plan for the best possible scenario and outcome. But things happen, and we realize that. And so as your travel advisor, we're your advocate. We're your advocate before. So if you have a trip coming up and things do go wrong, we're there to help you get that straightened out. We work with you to get the best possible outcome. While you're on your vacation, we give you access and advice on how to resolve issues. We're not there with you. We understand that, but we know who we can get in touch with. We can direct you and guide you on what's the best course of action to take. And when you get home, when you're tired and exhausted but happy for the vacation that you've had, we're there in case there's some question to a bill. We can help you answer those. We can point you in the right direction, and we can help guide you if anything happens that just needs a final resolution, a final period to be put at the end of your story. So those are 3 reasons I strongly advocate for you having a Disney travel agent. Storyline travel with a basic, I'm just going to Disney World. I need a place to stay. I want to enjoy the parks. I want to understand the changes. It's complimentary. In addition to our free service, we do have a concierge service where we help you make your trip even more magical. So if you're ready to book your next Walt Disney World vacation, let Storyline Travel help you make that a memorable experience. Click on the link below and schedule a complimentary planning session, and let us show you how we can help make your vacation even more magical. At Storyline Travel, every adventure is a story waiting to be told.